This is going to be a very short video, kind of a refresher about what it means to have a factorial. So a factorial is where you are going to multiply all of your numbers in consecutive decreasing order. So factorials are represented by your exclamation point. So for example, 4 factorial is actually the math 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay? So here 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24 times 1 gives you 24. Now the other thing about factorials is that factorials can exist in scientific calculators. So for example, I have this one. Now of course you might not have this particular calculator, but on my calculator, and I don't know how well you can see it, but if you notice right here is an exclamation point. And so here if I were to type 4 and hit my exclamation, so notice it shows, and sometimes you have to pull this out of a menu. So play around with your calculator and see if you can find your factorial. When you hit enter, notice it gives me 24. So what I would highly recommend doing is always write out or try to do your factorials by hand and use your calculator to check yourself, make sure you're on the right track. Okay. Now with that, we can also do combinations with it. So here we would work the top and we would work the bottom. So here my numerator was the factorial of 10, so you would have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 factorial. And I'm going to show you why I did that here in just a second. This would be 2 times 1 times 4 factorial. Now, we can always cross out things top to bottom. So I have a 4 factorial here and a 4 factorial here, so those would cross out and reduce. Therefore, all that's left is for us to do the numerator divided by the denominator. So here we would multiply those together. So 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 is going to give us 151,200 divided by 2, which is going to give us 75,600. Okay? So you always want to make sure that you could complete and do all of the math as possible. Okay? Now here, this bottom one, we're going to do kind of the same way. Alright, so first and foremost, we know we're going to have our numerator and we've got the denominator. So here we're going to look that this is going to be 11 times 25 minus 4 is going to give me 21 factorial. So on the top, I'm going to do, this is 23 times 22 times 21 factorial. Again, that allows us the opportunity to cross out as much of our problem as we can. So here we would do 23 times 22, which is 506, divided by 11, which is going to give me 46 as a result. So there you have it, 3 examples on what it means to evaluate using factorials. So if you have any questions or need any help with factorials, please let me know. Otherwise, I do hope you enjoyed this short video, and I'll see you next time.